up from where we left off with the last segment of concealing, and we're going to be bronzing and contouring our face. And what I'm going to be using is a kabuki brush, and my favorite bronzer is by Prescriptives, and it's the cooling formula one, but you could use any kind of bronzer that you like. And I'm going to use my kabuki brush, dip it into the product, and I'm going to swirl it around on my face. Make sure to get your ears so that they match your face. Most importantly, we have to have our neck matching to our face. So we're going to take the same bronzer and kabuki brush and apply that to the neck in the same swirling fashion. And a lot of people like to do collarbone, because when you tan, that's naturally part of your body that gets tanned. So you're going to do the collarbone. And that's our bronzing routine. So now we're going to be doing contouring, and I'm going to be using the Coastal Scents palette. And this has a couple of blushes and contouring colors. Both my bronzer and my contouring colors a bit darker than I generally would, just so that it would register on camera. So just take that into mind. And I'm going to be using this darker brown color right there. You should generally use a color that is 2 to 3 shades darker than your own skin tone when you're contouring. And I'm going to be using an angled brush. Any kind of angled brush will suffice. I'm going to tap that on, tap it off, and I'm going to contour cheekbone first. So what you do is you kind of look for that outline. You can almost feel it. Just find it with your fingers. That outline that starts from the ear to about that area, but you're not going to take it that far. So you're going to take it from here, and you're going to accentuate that cheekbone area. Again, I'm making it darker than I generally would, so that it would be visible on camera. And again, that's just bringing out the cheekbone. It's contouring it, it's carving it out. We'll do the same to the other side. The trick of the trade is contouring the neck. So you're using that same darker color, but now you're going in with a fluffier brush. And you're going to use that to contour your neckline. And you're going to use that and you're going to go into this area. Next, if you have a larger or wider forehead, you're going to use that same angled brush with that same color. And you can do this. You're going to contour your temples. So you're contouring this area right here, and this area right here. So that narrows out that area. Remember, take your time. You can build the color. Don't do it too dark the first time. And then I'm going to use that same 187 brush, the stippling brush, and I'm going to use that to smooth out any color. Particularly if you have hair growing there, it might kind of seep in more so. So you want to be a little careful with that. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to contour this area right here of your forehead if you have a larger or wider forehead. And that's going to also narrow out your forehead. Now, we're going to contour the nose. Remember, we're only doing contouring, not highlighting right now. So when we contour the nose, you're going to use any kind of a medium-sized or small-sized concealer brush, and you're going to go in with that powder or concealer that's 2 shades darker than your own skin tone. And what you're going to do, and it's going to look pretty harsh in the beginning when I first apply it, but we're going to blend that in. So let's say your nose is larger or longer than what you'd like it to be. So if it's longer than you'd like it to be, you're going to contour it like this. You're going to apply it to that tip. The darkness kind of shortens your nose. If your nose is too wide than you'd like it to be, you're going to contour the sides of your nose. You're going to apply that dark color to the sides of your nose. That's going to shorten your nose on the sides. Next, if you have a larger nose or a crooked nose or something that you'd like to conceal, you're going to contour the sides of your nose. Beginning from this area, you're going to drag it down. And just to the sides. You're going to kind of like shorten the nose, the width of it. And then you're going to blend it out with your finger. That's creating a shading to create an illusion that your nose is thinner than what it actually is. Do the same to the other side. It's almost just like drawing. So you can obviously see that line right there, and you're going to blend that in with your finger. So that creates a more narrow effect onto the nose. That's our contouring. Now for the highlighting part, whether you want shimmery or matte finish, I'll show you both. So, with that same contouring palette, I'm going to be using the super light color. If you're a little darker, you're going to use the darker color. And I'm going to be using my angle brush again. And I'm going to go to this area, the top of the cheekbone. Not where you would apply blush, which is this area, but the top, right there. And I'm going to use that, and I'm going to swoop that up there. Now we're going to do the same thing to the nose, to the center of the nose, to accentuate our contouring on the sides. Do that with your finger, with that light color. And then I'm going to use a kabuki brush to. Now, if you'd like to add some shimmer, you're going to use any kind of a blush brush. I'm using the MAC 113, and I'm going to be using MAC Mineralize just to add some pearly color to my face and some shimmer to my face. I'm going to smile, and I'm going to do it in that same area. This is just if you want that pearl, or you could just stay with that white color. That'll accentuate your cheekbones, and you could do that to the tip of your nose. Next, we're going to add some blush. I'm going to be playing with these two colors right now. So you're going to smile and find the apples of your cheeks, and you're going to apply that blush. And now that we're all contoured up